Hooties bag of goodies, tales for everyone. So come on all you children, let's go have some fun.
Hello, I am Hootie the Owl. I have 3 children, the boys, Naughty, Greedy, and my little girl, Goldilocks. We live in this little house on a tree. Now for the last few days, I have been seeing a little rat in the house. He comes up that long branch over there, grabs some food and runs off. I have decided that I am going to catch him today. Oh! What's happened, Naughty?
I was trying to cut these bananas like you do, and I cut myself. I never do that. I know that we are not supposed to play with a knife. I am a good girl. Bananas? Did someone say bananas? I am hungry.
Now that is what happens when you copy someone foolishly without knowing how to. Sit down, children. Let me tell you a story. Once upon a time, a big falcon lived on a high mountain rock. Near this high mountain rock, in the plains, lived a black crow. The crow lived in a large tree. One fine morning, the falcon came flying down upon a rabbit on the ground and caught hold of it with its beak. With the rabbit in its beak, he flew back to his nest on the mountain rock. The black crow saw the falcon doing this and said to himself,
"Wow, this is exciting!"
He thought of doing the same thing. Thinking about how much fun this would be, the crow flew high up in the sky. He then flew down with great force upon a rabbit sitting on the ground. But unluckily, his swoop was not correctly aimed at the rabbit. So instead of catching the rabbit, the poor crow hit his head against a heavy rock. His head cracked and he immediately fell to the ground, getting hurt really badly. And he said a big, "Ow!" So the moral of the story is, never try to copy others in a foolish manner. And who are you? I watch you steal our food every day.
I am Pat. I live in that house over there, but I don't have a mother to feed me, so I come here whenever I am hungry. You make such good food.
Oh, that's so sad. All right, from today, you can come live with us. But remember, you must listen to me and be a good boy.
I promise.
Hooties bag of goodies, tales for everyone. So come on all you children, let's go have some fun.
Hi, I am Hootie the Owl. I have 3 children, Naughty, Greedy, and Goldilocks. Pat, the little rat, who does not have a family of his own, now lives with us.
Mommy, do you know what happened in school today? My friend Crazy wants all of us to jump down from the tallest tree in the school tomorrow. Isn't that exciting? But what if you hurt yourself, Naughty?
You will not do that, Naughty, and you will not play with this boy anymore.
But why, Mommy? He is my friend. I am hungry. Mommy, can I eat Pat?
No, you can't eat Pat. He is your brother. Anyway, I am going to tell you all a story. Long, long ago, there lived a king who was very fond of monkeys. He had one favorite monkey who he kept very close to him like a friend. The king thought that the monkey was very clever and almost like a human being. When the king took rest in his room, the monkey used to sit beside him and look after him as a bodyguard. Few days later, the king went to the nearby forest to hunt animals and birds. When he came back after hunting, he was very tired and sleepy. So that day, he went to sleep early. He told his monkey.
Keep a watch around so that no one disturbs me while I sleep.
The monkey said,
Okay.
and sat beside the king and guarded him with a sword in his hand. After a while, the monkey heard a fly buzzing around in the room. The fly came nearer and nearer and finally sat on the face of the sleeping king. The monkey tried very hard to shoo away the fly, but it kept on buzzing over the king's face. It flew and sat on his nose again and again. Irritated and angry, the monkey said,
I am going to kill that fly.
So when the fly sat on the king's nose once again, he hit it with the sword. The fly flew away, but the sword fell on the king's nose and his nose was cut off. So the poor king lay there on his bed without a nose. So children, the moral of the story is that a wise enemy is better than a foolish friend. Come children, let us all go and eat. Come on, Greedy, you must be really hungry.
Hooties' bag of goodies, tales for everyone. So come on, all you children, let's go have some.
Hello, I am Hootie. I live in this tree with my children, Naughty, Greedy, Goldilocks, and Pat. Well, Pat is a rat, but he lives with us now. Come on, Goldilocks, let me comb your hair. Naughty, stop teasing Greedy and finish your homework. Pat, what is the matter?
You don't love me as much as you love Naughty, Greedy, and Goldilocks.
Now, don't be jealous. I love you as much as I love them. Come here, let me tell you a story. Once upon a time, there was a man who lived in a farm with animals. He also had a donkey and a dog as his pets. The dog followed him everywhere and protected him. The donkey used to carry the vegetables from the farm whenever he went to town. The dog was a happy dog and the man loved him very much. Whenever he would see the man, he would greet him with a bark and wag his tail very hard. The dog would jump up, raise his front legs and put them on the man's chest. The man would happily pat and hug his dog. The donkey was very jealous of the dog. He thought that the man did not love him at all, though he worked really hard for him. He thought of doing the same things to his master as the dog did, just to please him. So the next day, when the donkey saw the man coming, he ran towards him. He brayed a little and tried to wag his tail. He raised his front legs and put them on the man's body. The man was scared. He thought that his donkey had gone crazy. He thought that the donkey might have lost his mind. So, to make him go away, the man picked up a stick from the ground and beat up the donkey and shooed him away from the farm. So, the moral of the story is that jealousy does more harm than good. So children, don't be jealous of each other. I love you all very much.
Hooties' bag of goodies, tales for everyone. So come on, all you children, let's go have some fun.
Hi, I am Hootie the Owl. I have 4 children. Naughty and Greedy are my 2 sons. Goldilocks is my pretty little daughter. And of course, Pat, the baby rat who lives with us. He is a very good boy and he listens to everything I say.
But I want to eat him, Mommy. No, Greedy, you shouldn't. He is our brother. You can't just eat him up. Look, Mommy, look at what Naughty is doing.
Naughty! No! Keep the matchbox back in its place.
But Mommy, today I learned to light a fire in school. I want to try it at home too.
But our house is made of wood, Naughty. You will burn the house down.
No, I wouldn't. know how to use a matchbox.
Well, let me tell you a story about how knowledge is useless without common sense. Long time ago, 4 friends lived in a small town. 3 of them were very clever, but lacked common sense. The 4th friend, however, was not as clever like the other 3, but had common sense. One day, these 4 friends decided to travel to put their knowledge to test. The 3 clever friends did not want to take the 4th friend because they thought he was dumb, but they decided to take him anyway. So off they went. While they were walking through a dense forest to get to the next town, they saw a heap of bones under a tree. The 3 clever friends thought of putting their skills to test and bring the bones back to life. The first friend said that he would use his knowledge to bring the bones together into a skeleton. Soon the bones came together to form the skeleton of an animal. After this, the second friend said that he would use his skills to add flesh and blood to fill the skeleton and also give skin to cover it. He did that, and soon the heap of bones looked like a stuffed lion. The third friend now had to put life into the lion. Right before he was about to do it, the 4th friend stopped him. He told them that if the lion came back to life, it would eat them up. But the other 3 ignored him. The 4th friend, to save himself, climbed up on a tree. He looked down to see what his friends were doing. The 3rd friend began his work. Soon the lion sprang to life and killed all 3 friends. The 4th friend went back to his village safely. So, the moral of the story is that knowledge without common sense is completely useless.
Sorry, Mommy. I would never do this again. Now can we go and eat?
Yes, let's go. Come on, Pat.
Hooties' bag of goodies, tales for everyone. So come on, all you children, let's go have some fun.
Hello, I am Hootie the owl. I have 4 children. 3 of them are baby owls, and 1 of them is a baby rat. Naughty and Greedy are my 2 owl sons. Pat is the baby rat, and Goldilocks is my sweet little angel girl, though sometimes she can be naughty too. Naughty and Greedy! Why didn't you help your little sister when she was in trouble? She needed your help. It was very selfish of you not to help her. Let me tell you a story of 2 very good friends and how their friendship broke because one of them was selfish. John and Jack were 2 very good friends. John was thin while Jack was a plump boy. One day, they were traveling to a nearby town. But in order to reach there, they had to pass through a forest, which was full of wild animals. While walking through the forest, John and Jack saw a bear coming towards them. They were really scared. John, the thin one, quickly ran towards a big tree and climbed on it. Jack, being plump, couldn't run fast and climb the tree. But Jack was clever. He knew that bears did not eat dead bodies, so he lay on the ground absolutely still. He held his breath for some time when the bear came growling towards him. The bear thought Jack was dead and left him alone. Jack was saved. John came down from the tree. He went to Jack and asked him what the bear told him in his ears. Jack was angry with John for not helping him. He said that the bear told him that John was not his friend as he left him alone when the bear came. John was really ashamed. He felt very bad for having left his friend alone in danger. Their friendship was spoiled forever. So now, You do understand why people say a friend in need is a friend indeed. What both of you did today was not good at all.
We are sorry, Goldie. We did not mean to be selfish.
It's all right. I know you did not mean to be selfish. I am happy that my golden locks are in place. Thank you, Pat.
Thank you very much, Pat, for helping her.
Hooties' bag of goodies, tales for everyone. So come on, all you children, let's go have some fun.
Hi, I am Hootie the Owl. I have 3 children, Naughty, Greedy, and Goldilocks. Pat, the little rat, who does not have a family of his own, lives with us. So now I have 4 children. Children, please don't touch the cookies. They are freshly baked.
Ow, 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 ow. I burnt my finger. Mommy, it hurts. Serves you right. You are always so greedy. Greedy?
Come here, Greedy. You will be fine. You must do as you are told, or you can get into trouble and hurt yourself. Come, let me tell you a story. Once upon a time, there were few monkeys who were sitting on the branches of a huge tree. Near this tree, there was a house that was being made. A carpenter was sawing a huge log to cut it into 2 parts. It was quite late in the afternoon, and the carpenter was tired and very hungry. So he went to have his lunch, pushing a stick into a half-sawed log of wood. The monkeys who were sitting on the tree were very naughty. Seeing that the carpenter had gone, they came down from the tree and started playing with the tools that were lying there. One of the monkeys was very curious about everything that was there. He went around the half-sawed log and sat on top of it. He spread his legs on both sides of the log while his tail dangled through the half-sawed log of wood. The other monkeys started to play with the stick sticking out of the log of wood. Suddenly, the stick came out. The split parts of the log snapped shut together, trapping the tail of the monkey who was sitting on the log. The monkey cried out in pain and jumped off the log, but his tail was cut off forever. So the moral of the story is, look before you leap.
I always look before I leap, and I leap a lot. So do I. I am a good girl. I never do, but I promise that I will from now on. I will too. But now can I eat the cookies? They must be cold by now.
Okay, and also pour yourselves a glass of milk.
Yeah! Cookies and milk! Cookies and milk! Yeah! Cookies and milk!
Hooties' bag of goodies, tales for everyone. So come on, all you children, let's go have some fun.
Mommy, tell us a story today. Anything that you like. She always tells stories with morals. I think she wants us to learn from these stories.
Well, it's good to learn something new every day, isn't it? Come, I will tell you a story about a man who lost everything as he dreamt of things which were out of his reach. Once upon a time, a very poor man lived in a small town. He was poor and very lonely since he did not have a family or friends. He used to sit and beg for food all day long. Whatever he got during the day, he kept in an earthen pot and hung it beside his bed. One night, the man was very tired from begging all day, so he went to sleep early. The moment he lay down, he was fast asleep. He soon began to dream. He dreamt that he was not poor anymore. He dreamt that he now lived in a big house, had lots and lots of money, clothes, and good food to eat. He also dreamt that he married a beautiful woman and that they had lots of children. In his dream, he saw that he was playing football with his children in his big house. The man began to move his legs really fast in his sleep. He hit the pot with his leg very hard, and the pot fell down and broke into many pieces. All the food that he had got that day fell to the floor. The man woke up only to realize that he had been dreaming. He went back to sleep feeling sad and hungry. So what was the moral of the story today?
I know. One should not build castles in the air. One should be happy with what one has and make the best of it.
Absolutely. That's really very good, Pat. You are a clever little rat, aren't you?
Come on, Greedy, Goldilocks and Pat. Let's go out and play. I am bored and I am hungry.
Take some cookies and go and play, but not too far and not too late.
Okay.
Hooties' bag of goodies, tales for everyone. So come on, all you children, let's go have some fun.
Come on, children, help me bake this cake.
Yes, yes, yes.
What about you, Pat?
I am sad. The other day, I met another rat at the bottom of the tree, and he asked me why I am living with owls and that I should look for my own kind.
Well, we are your own kind, even if we are different. That rat should know better than to interfere in your personal matter. Now, let me tell you a story. Once upon a time, there was a huge banyan tree in the forest where a crow lived with her family. A monkey also lived in the banyan tree as he had no home. One day, it was raining very heavily. Strong winds blew and there was lots of thunder and lightning. The crow protected herself and her family from the storm by taking shelter in her nest. The monkey did not have any place to go. He sat shivering in the rain and cold. The crow felt bad for the monkey. She asked the monkey to build a house for himself so that he could protect himself from such rain and thunder. The monkey was cold and wet and in a very bad mood. The monkey was very annoyed with the crow for advising him while she sat comfortably in her nest. He tore a branch off the tree and began to beat at the crow's nest. Very soon, the nest broke into pieces and fell to the ground. The poor crow babies fell to the ground as well and got soaked in the rain. The crow had somehow managed to fly away and take shelter in another tree. She wept bitterly over her broken nest. You should not let these things bother you, Pat. It is better not to advise people in their personal matters.
Yes, Pat, you are one of us now, and we all love you. Don't let others tell you anything different. We are all a family now. I love you too, though I tease you a lot.
Hooties' bag of goodies, tales for everyone. So come on, all you children, let's go have some fun.
Nothing, Mommy. I was just trying to jump. My friends in school told me it will be a lot of fun. Of course not, Pat. You will get hurt. Isn't that right, Mummy?
I did not expect you to do something like this, Pat. You should never have friends who ask you to do naughty things. Come here. I will tell you all a story. Once upon a time, there was a king who loved to hunt birds. One fine day, he went for hunting like always and he caught 2 parakeets in his nest. However, on his way back to the palace, one of the parrots escaped. So he brought home the other parrot and taught him how to speak. Soon the parrot learned to talk exactly like him. The other parakeet, which had escaped, was caught by a priest who taught it to recite holy prayers. After a few months had passed, one day a traveler came to the palace of the king with the parakeet. The parakeet was hanging in a cage outside at the entrance. The parrot shouted out, saying that there is someone who has come and that he should be beaten up thoroughly. The traveler was annoyed by the parakeet's behavior and left the palace. Riding on his horse, he then came to the priest's house. The priest's parakeet saw the king coming, and he spoke out a few kind words which were extremely welcoming. This made the king very happy, and he was very impressed. He realized that a good upbringing and having good people around has an effect on people. The king's parakeet had spoken rudely and harshly, while the priest's parakeet was very polite and pleasant. So the moral of the story, Pat, is that a man is known by the company he keeps. So you should choose your friends wisely. The same goes for you 3 as well.
We understand, Mommy.
Good. And what about you, Pat?
I understand, Mommy. I am sorry.
That's all right. We learn something new every day.
Hooties' bag of goodies, tales for everyone. So come on, all you children, let's go have some fun.
Mommy, there is a girl in my class who bullies me all the time. She is big and strong. I do not like her at all. I want to go and tell her something, but I am scared. I am so small.
Well, I'll tell you a story. Let's see if you understand what you should do to keep her away from you. Once upon a time, a huge king cobra lived in a dense forest. He ate all kinds of creatures like lizards, frogs, birds' eggs, and other small animals and insects. All night long he hunted for food, and as soon as day broke, he went into his hole to sleep. The cobra was very lazy, and he soon grew fat. As he grew fat, it became difficult for the cobra to move in and out of his old hole. So he found himself a new home, which was a huge tree. The only problem was that the tree had an anthill at its root. So the cobra went to the anthill and ordered them to live somewhere else, as he was considered to be the king of the forest. The other animals that were around them were very frightened, but the ants did not pay attention to his threats at all. Soon they swarmed all over the body of the cobra, stinging and biting him. Their sting caused unbearable pain to him. He wriggled with pain and tried to keep the ants away from his body, but could not. After some time, the ants went away and the cobra lay there, hurt and wounded. So, children, you do understand the moral of the story, right? Even the strong and the powerful cannot face the small ones when in a large number.
Yes, we will all go with you, Goldilocks. We will call all our friends too. Then we will see what she does to you. Yes, that is a very good idea, Greedy. I will go too. You stay away. They will eat you up. Or else I will.
Hooties' bag of goodies, tales for everyone.
A lollipop!
Where did you get this from?
When coming back from the park, a very nice uncle gave me this. He said I was a sweet girl and he then gave me this lollipop.
I am glad you did not eat it right there. Never accept anything from somebody you do not know. Listen, let me tell you a story about how you should not trust strangers no matter how sweetly they behave with you. There was a louse that lived in the bedroom of a mighty king. She lived in the corner of the bed sheet, which was spread over the king's bed set. Every night she would sip the king's blood and then go back again and hide herself. One day, a bed bug came into the king's room. The louse was very angry. She asked the bug to go away, as this room was hers. The bed bug was very clever. She spoke very sweetly to the louse. She asked the louse if she could please be her guest tonight since she had nowhere else to live. The louse got carried away by the bug's sweet behavior and let her stay in the bed. So though the louse gave the bug shelter, she mentioned that she should not, under any circumstance, suck the king's blood. The bug very sweetly said that since she was a guest in the house, she should be given some food to eat. The louse got carried away once again, so she said to the bug that she must be very careful while sucking the blood out of the king's body. He should not get hurt in any way. That night, when the king went to sleep, the bug forgot all about her promise to the louse and she sucked the king's blood really hard. The king felt itchy and woke up. He asked his servants to find the bug and kill it. The servants, instead of finding the bug, found the louse and killed it. So, Goldilocks, you should not have taken that from the man. You do not know him. You should never trust strangers.
Sorry, Mom. It will never happen again.
Good. The same goes for all of you. Now let us go and have some dinner.
Yes, it's dinner time. Can we please have your delicious pancakes? And I am going to eat you up. I'm kidding, of course.
Hooties' bag of goodies, tales for everyone. So come on, all you children, let's go have some fun.
Mommy, why does Greedy keep chasing me and telling me that he will eat me up someday? I am worried that one day he will.
He just teases you because you get scared. One day, I am sure you can scare away Greedy too.
Yes, you can mix salt in his tea and paprika in his food, and he will know that you are not scared of him. Yes, Pat, you can do that, and he will not scare you anymore.
Come, I will tell you a story about how you should behave with people when they cause you trouble. Once upon a time, an elephant lived in a village. He was very friendly, and the people of the village loved him a lot. They always offered him fresh fruits to eat. Every day, the elephant used to walk through the busy marketplace where he was given garlands made with flowers by the florist, and the fruit seller would offer him fruits. The elephant was extremely grateful to both of them. One day, the florist thought of playing a little joke on the elephant. That day, the florist, instead of offering him a garland, he pricked his trunk with a needle, which he used to make his garlands with. The elephant was in pain, but the florist and few other people found it really funny and began to laugh. The elephant was hurt and angry. He went to a nearby dirty pond and collected some dirty water in his trunk and came back to the florist's shop. He emptied his trunk full of dirty water on the florist and his flowers. The flowers were all spoilt and he didn't sell any that day. So kids, the moral of the story is tit for tat. You should always behave with people in the same way they behave with you.
So, Mommy, should I tell Greedy that I will eat him up?
Yes, you should. Unless he eats you first.
Pat, you can never eat me. I am too big and I can fly.
Hooties' bag of goodies, tales for everyone. So come on, all you children, let's go have some fun.
Please tell us a story today. It's raining outside and we are getting bored. We want to hear a story.
All right. Today I will tell you a story about a young boy who did a very naughty thing because he was getting bored.
Yes, we would love to hear the story. Go on.
Once upon a time, a young shepherd boy named Peter lived in a village. One morning, he took the sheep out for grazing. He was getting bored as the sheep grazed. He wanted to have some fun. He stood on a big rock and cried out for help, saying that his sheep were being attacked by the wolf. The villagers heard him and ran towards him with sticks and stones to help him. When they reached the spot, they saw that there was no wolf. Everything was quiet and peaceful. Peter found this really funny and laughed heartily. He told the villagers that he was just joking. The villagers were not amused. Next morning, Peter once again played the same trick. The villagers came to help him and saw nothing was really wrong with Peter and his sheep. The villagers were really very angry this time. On the third day, when Peter went with his sheep to the fields, he suddenly saw a wolf coming towards him. He was frightened. He climbed up a tree and cried out for help. This time, no one came to help him. They thought that Peter was up to his old tricks yet again. The wolf attacked the sheep and killed most of them. Peter returned home sad and scared. So, the moral of the story is that people do not trust liars. If you lie often, then people will not be there when you need them.
I promise you, Mommy, I will never ever lie to you or lie to Greedy, Naughty or Goldilocks.
Don't make promises that you cannot keep. Everyone lies once in a while. But do try and be honest and truthful to the people who love and care for you.
Yes, we will never lie to each other or to you or to any other people.
Good. Now let us go and eat. All of you must be very hungry. I have baked a cake for you.
Yes, I am very hungry.
Hooties' bag of goodies, tales for everyone. So come on, all you children, let's go have some fun.
Mommy, what do people mean when they say you should have a good presence of mind?
Presence of mind is when you use your intelligence in a difficult situation and act instead of freezing in an emergency.
I don't get it. But how would that save one's life?
Come here. I'll tell you a story. You will understand better. Call your brothers and sister.
Goldilocks, Greedy, Naughty, come here quickly. Mommy is going to tell us a story.
Once upon a time, a very old lion lived in a jungle. He was so old that he could not hunt for himself anymore. He was afraid he would starve to death. One day, While wandering in the jungle looking for food, he came across a cave. He had an idea. He thought to himself that there must be some animal living in this cave. So he went in and hid himself inside, waiting for the animal to come in. The cave belonged to a fox. She saw the footmarks of the lion. To find out whether the lion was inside the cave or not, the fox decided to play a trick. She stood at some distance and began speaking to the cave. The old lion heard the fox speak and thought that this cave must really be a talking cave. The poor old lion replied to the cave as quickly as he could. He was too hungry to let go of his prey. The fox, who was sitting outside the cave, quickly realized that there was a lion inside, waiting for her to eat her up. Laughing at the lion's foolishness and happy at being safe, she ran away. So now you understand how being quick and smart and thinking on your feet could actually save your life.
Yes, now I get it. I should always use my presence of mind to save myself from greedy. I am watching you.
Now, will the both of you stop fighting? Come, let's have dinner.
Hooties' bag of goodies, tales for everyone. So come on, all you children, let's go have some fun.
Mommy, come and look at this beautiful music box that I bought. It's really pretty. Oh, play it, please. I love music. I spent all my pocket money on it and it does not work. It was so beautiful.
Well, Goldilocks, just because something is beautiful, it does not mean that it's going to be useful. Come here, let me tell you a story to cheer you up. Once upon a time, there lived a male deer in a dense forest. One day, he was very thirsty, so he went to a nearby lake to drink water. The water of the lake was so clear that he could see his own reflection in it. The deer thought to himself that his antlers were really beautiful, but he had ugly legs. He started to hate his thin, ugly legs. Just then, he heard a lion roaring somewhere very near. The stag ran to save himself from getting killed. The lion saw the stag and he started chasing him. The deer ran very fast. He ran faster and faster till he was quite a distance away from the lion. Very soon the deer got tired and could not run any further. As he was running under some trees, his antlers got entangled with the overhanging branch of a tree. He struggled very hard but could not free his antlers. As he stood there, trapped, he realized that his thin legs had saved him from danger, but his antlers had got him in trouble. By then, the lion had caught up with the poor deer. Taking advantage of the fact that the deer could not move, he pounced on him. So you see, just because something may seem ugly does not mean it's not useful, and a beautiful thing might not always be of use.
I have learned my lesson. Next time, I will check before I buy something just because it looks good. Yes, like our Goldilocks. She looks good, but is of no use at all.
Hooties' bag of goodies, tales for everyone. So come on, all you children, let's go have some fun.
Look, Pat, you have lost your tail. You said that yesterday as well, but I found it. Is it missing again?
Naughty and greedy just make a fool out of you, Pat. Why will you lose your tail? Now you know that they were just making a fool of you. You cannot keep fooling people all the time. Someday or the other, no matter how, they will find out that you are tricking them. Come, I'll tell you a story about a man who tried to fool others. Once upon a time, there was a washerman who had a donkey. The donkey was very lazy and was hungry all the time. But the washerman was poor, so it was impossible for him to feed the donkey whenever he was hungry. Over time, the donkey became very lean and thin. One day, the washerman went to the town with his donkey. While on his way back, he was passing through a jungle when he spotted a leopard's skin. Immediately, he thought of a plan to feed his donkey. That night, he covered his donkey with the leopard skin and drove him to the field. The other farmers were frightened to see a leopard and they ran away. The donkey ate his fill and came back home. This went on for months. The donkey ate happily for days. One night, while the donkey was eating in the field, he heard the braying of another donkey. Out of excitement, he started to bray back at him. The farmers soon realized that the animal they were afraid of was actually a donkey. They were very angry. They came out of their house with sticks and beat up the donkey. So now you know how you cannot fool people all the time.
Yes, we know. We shouldn't have fooled Pat. Poor Pat, he got scared for no reason. Pat, we are very sorry. It's okay.
Come, let's make Pat happy. Let's all make his favorite chocolate brownie.
Hooties bag of goodies, tales for everyone. So come on, all you children, let's go have some fun.
Look, Greedy is trying to take away all my chocolates and candies. I already gave him 4 to eat, but he wants more, and he wants all of them.
Greedy, come here. Why are you trying to take away all of Goldilocks' candies? You have already had your share.
But I want more. My stomach is bigger than Goldilocks'.
No, Greedy. You should not behave this way. Do you know that too much greed is not good? Come, I'll tell you a story about a greedy jackal. Once upon a time, there was a jackal in a jungle. One day, while looking for something to eat, he saw a big drum under a tree. The wind blew off a tender branch from the tree, which struck against the drum and made a sound of a drum beat. Hearing this, the jackal beat the drum twice. It made the same kind of sound both the times. The jackal thought to himself that there must be some animal inside the drum which would serve as a very tasty meal for him. But the top of the drum was too hard for him to tear off. He went on beating and scratching the drum for quite some time. There was a leopard who was hanging around nearby. He heard the drum beat and walked towards the sound. The jackal, seeing the leopard, told him about the animal which was hiding inside the drum. The leopard himself was very hungry. So, with his strong jaws and sharp claws, he tore open the top of the drum. But there was nothing inside. The leopard was extremely angry at the jackal for fooling him when he was so hungry. He then pounced upon the jackal and ate him up.
The jackal was just being foolish. No! Good. Maybe someday someone will eat up Greedy like this if he goes on being so greedy all the time.
So, Greedy, you should always be happy with what you get. You should not want more. Do you understand?
Yes, I do. But Goldilocks has to promise me that she will share at least some of her candies with me. Yes, I promise. I will always share my candies with you. Okay.
Hooties' bag of goodies, tales for everyone. So come on, all you children, let's go have some fun.
Mom, why are we making these cookies?
Because your aunt will be coming over to visit us today evening, sweetheart.
Yay! That will be so much fun. But why do we always have to offer food to our guests whenever they come over? I love your cookies and don't want to share them.
Pat, offering food to your guests is a sign of courtesy. It shows that you are gladly welcoming their visit. Come, I'll tell you a story about how a man gladly offers his food to his guest in spite of having nothing at home. Call your brothers.
Greedy! Naughty! Come on! Mom is going to tell us a story! Come quickly!
Once upon a time, there was a poor man who lived in a village. He lived with his wife. They were so poor that they did not get enough to eat even 2 meals a day. One day, his friend from some other village came to visit this poor man. Even though the poor man had almost nothing to eat at home, he very generously and gladly received his guest and allowed him to stay. That night, the poor man told his wife that their guests should be fed well, since being courteous to guests is very important. He also told her that serving your guests was like serving God. The wife got very angry. She had absolutely nothing in her kitchen to offer the guest. The wife went on arguing with her husband, but the man kept his cool. He told his wife that they should offer some food to the guest, or else it wouldn't look nice. Finally, the wife found some sesame seeds in her kitchen, prepared a sweet cake with it, and offered it to their guest. The guest went home happy. So, children, you do understand that courtesy is a sign of good behavior, don't you?
Yes, Mom. Yes. And we should make some more cookies for Aunt. I can eat them too.
Come on, all of you, help me. Let's finish baking these.
Hooties' bag of goodies, tales for everyone. So come on, all you children, let's go have some fun.
Stop it, all of you. Why are you fighting amongst yourselves?
Greedy and Naughty took away all of my candies without telling me. And Naughty ate all of them. Goldilocks never shares her candies, Mom.
That is no reason to fight, children. You are all brothers and sisters. If you fight among yourselves, then others will get the chance to harm you. And if you stay together, nothing or no one can harm you in any way. Come on, listen to this story. Long, long ago, 4 cows lived in a jungle. They were very good friends and did everything together. They grazed the fields together, had fun together, and also saved each other from wild animals. This is why even the tigers, the lions, or any other wild animals of the jungle did not have the courage to attack them in any way. There was one lion in the jungle which always had an eye on these 4 cows, but he could never find the right opportunity to catch them. One day, the 4 cows had a huge fight. They stopped doing everything that they used to do together. This created the perfect chance for the lion to attack them. So one day, the lion hid himself behind a dense bush in the field and waited for one of the cows to come near him. One of the lonely cows was grazing nearby, and he came close to the bush. The lion pounced upon her without wasting any time. Over time, since the cows were always alone, the lion attacked all the 4 cows one by one. So the moral of the story is that unity is strength. We should all stay together without fighting with each other.
We will never ever fight again amongst ourselves. Never. We are so sorry, Mommy. We don't want anyone to eat us up.
Come on now, all of you, hug each other.
Hooties' bag of goodies, tales for everyone. So come on, all you children, let's go have some fun.
Mommy, you know there is a kitten that comes to the park where we play. Whenever we are playing, she runs around bothering us. Today, she came over to Goldilocks and asked her if she could play with us. Can you imagine?
Why, Pat? Why cannot she play with you all? She is a little kitten. She also needs friends.
But she is our enemy. She is a cat. She can't be our friend.
Of course she can. All animals are lovable, Greedy. No animal will hurt you if you do not disturb them. Come, I'll tell you a story about a prince who was protected from a tiger by a bear. Once upon a time, there was a prince who was very fond of hunting. One day, he went to the jungle to hunt animals and birds. He wandered in the jungle for the entire day but could not hunt anything. He was very tired and disappointed. Suddenly, he saw a tiger coming towards him. Frightened, he scrambled up a tree and saw a bear sitting on the branch. The prince did not know what to do. He was really scared. Seeing the prince so afraid, the bear asked him not to worry and that he would not hurt him. The prince believed the bear, but the tiger was still there at the bottom of the tree, waiting. However, the prince was so tired that soon he fell asleep on the tree. The bear gave him support and comforted him. The tiger was still waiting for the prince to come down. The bear protected the prince from the tiger the whole night. The next morning, when the prince woke up, the tiger told him that the bear was protecting him for a purpose. He was just waiting for the tiger to leave so that he could eat the prince all by himself. The prince believed this and tried to hurt the bear. The bear was very sad at the prince's behavior, especially since he had protected him from the tiger all night. He told him that all animals were not bad. They only hunted when they were hungry and not for pleasure, unlike human beings. They were good to people who were good to them.
We should have let Kitty play with us. But please ask her not to eat us when she is hungry. I will tell her that.
You are all good children. So the moral of the story is...
The moral of the story is that all animals are lovable. They will never harm you unless you harm them.
Very good. Who will help me do the dishes today?
We are so tired. Can we help tomorrow?
Well, go on.
Hooties' bag of goodies, tales for everyone. So come on, all you children, let's go have some fun.
What's wrong, Naughty? Did you hurt yourself?
Yes, I sprained my leg. I tried to run faster than Pat, but he was so fast I could not catch up with him.
That is so obvious, Naughty. He is a rat and you are an owl. You cannot run faster than he can. Naughty, You should never try to be someone you are not. You should be happy with what you are and can do. Come, I'll tell you another story today. Once upon a time, a poor potter lived in a village. One night, when he was returning home, he stumbled over a few pots and he cut his forehead. His wound took a long time to heal, but it left a big scar. A few days later, he came across a few men who served the king in his court. The potter soon started to go to the court with his new friends. One day, the king noticed the potter in his court with the scar on his forehead, and he thought that this man must have been a brave warrior. So the king decided to make him one of the very important soldiers of his kingdom. The potter was extremely happy and he was proud of himself. One day, the king called all his soldiers and handed over weapons to them to go and fight a war. Since the potter was not a real soldier, he was afraid to go. Seeing no other option, the potter went and told the king the truth. The king was angry and ordered that the potter be punished. He pleaded with the king that he has qualities and bravery to prove that he is a soldier. The king told him that he might have all the qualities of being a soldier, but since he was not a real soldier, his other fellow soldiers would make fun of him. So it was better if he went away. The potter realized what the king was trying to say. He went away a wiser man.
But Mommy, I did not ask Naughty to run faster than me. He was the one who asked me to run with him.
I know. Now Naughty will not do anything like this again. I am sure none of you will. You should always be the way you are.
Yes, we will never try to be someone else. We will always be who we are.
Good. Now go and make your beds. It's sleepy time.
Hooties' bag of goodies, tales for everyone. So come on, all you children, let's go have some fun.
I will eat the whole piece. I am very hungry. You are always hungry, Greedy. You cannot have the whole piece. Mom has asked us to share. No, I will not. I want to eat it all by myself.
You should not do that, Greedy. Naughty wants some cake too. You cannot eat it all by yourself. You should learn to share good things with others. I'll tell you a story of a bird who did not share his food. Once upon a time, there lived a bird with 2 necks. One day, while wandering around for food, the first head found a delicious and juicy fruit. He enjoyed eating it so much, he told his other head that he was eating the most delicious fruit he had ever eaten in his life. Hearing this, the other head wanted to eat the fruit too. The first head laughed and said that the other head didn't need to taste the fruit. Since they had only one stomach, the fruit would go to the same stomach. The second head felt bad and kept quiet. He decided to teach the other head a lesson. Time went by. One day, the second head found a poisonous fruit. He told the first head that since he did not share his fruit with him the previous day, now he would eat this poisonous fruit just to teach him a lesson. The first head was frightened. He pleaded to the second head not to eat the poisonous fruit. If he ate the fruit, then both of them would die, since they had a common stomach. The second head, still very angry with the first head, did not listen and ate it. So, you should always share good things with your brothers and sisters, or else you will be called a selfish boy.
He is a selfish boy. No, I am not a selfish boy. I am a good boy. I am sorry. Come, let's share the cake. Let's go and share it with Goldilocks and Pat too. They might also want to eat it too.
You are a good boy, Greedy.
Hooties' bag of goodies, tales for everyone. So come on, all you children, let's go have some fun.
Have you all finished your homework for tomorrow?
Yes, I have. So have I.
Good. What about you, Naughty and Greedy? I am sure you haven't finished.
Not yet. We will. Don't worry. Yes, Mom. We will. We want to go out and play before that.
Of course not. You will finish your homework and then go out to play.
But Mommy...
It is very important for children to study. Studying makes you wise and intelligent. Come, I'll tell you a story about a foolish lion and a wise rabbit. Once upon a time, a strong and scary lion lived in a forest. He was greedy and he killed many animals each day just to feed himself. Worried that soon there would be no other animals left in the forest, the other animals decided to go to the lion with an offer. They told the lion that every day one animal of each species would let himself be eaten up by him. This went on for quite some time until finally it was the rabbits' turn. The rabbits chose an old and wise rabbit among them. The wise rabbit decided to take his own sweet time to go to the lion. It was sunset when the rabbit finally arrived near the lion. The lion was hungry and very angry by this time, but the rabbit was calm. He told the lion that on his way to him, he and a group of rabbits were attacked by another big lion that was new to this forest. He ate up all his fellow rabbits, but he somehow managed to escape and come to him. The lion was very angry when he heard that there was another lion in his neighborhood. He asked the rabbit to take him to the place where the other lion was. The rabbit took him to a well and showed him his own reflection in the water. The foolish lion thought that there was really another lion in the well. He started growling with rage and jumped into the water to attack him. The lion drowned in the water and all the animals in the forest were saved by the old and wise rabbit. Now you know why it is so important that you study.
Yes! Okay, we will go and finish our homework. But after that, we will go out and play.
Yes, of course. I promise.
Hooties' bag of goodies, tales for everyone. So come on, all you children, let's go have some fun.
Pat, what are you doing? You will burn yourself. Didn't I ask you children not to go near the fire?
I was just curious to see how water boils.
I know, Pat. But what if you had burned yourself? What if an accident happened? You know how dangerous hot water can be? Come, I'll tell you children a story about a baby tortoise who was curious and did not listen to the advice given to him by his friends. Once upon a time, there was a lake where two baby geese and a baby tortoise lived. All three were very good friends. There came a time when it did not rain for months, and the lake in which these three friends lived was drying up. So the three of them decided to leave the lake and find a new lake. But the tortoise could not fly. So the geese thought of a plan. The tortoise would hold a stick by his mouth while the stick would be carried by the geese. The tortoise was happy with this plan, but the geese warned him that he shouldn't try to speak while they were flying with him on the stick, or else he would fall down to the ground. The tortoise agreed and promised that he would keep quiet throughout their journey. Soon as they had planned, the geese flew with their tortoise friend. The people found this a very strange sight and started laughing at the tortoise. Unable to control his curiosity, the tortoise spoke out and he fell down to the ground and hurt himself very badly. If he had kept quiet, as his friends had advised him to, he would have been safe. So, curiosity is not always good for you, and you should always listen to what your family and friends tell you. You could have burnt your fingers today, Pat.
Sorry, Mommy. This will never happen again.
All right. Now all of you, come and help me lay the table for supper. You all must be very hungry.
I am very hungry.
Hooties' bag of goodies, tales for everyone. So come on, all you children, let's go have some fun.
Mommy, please tell us a story while we are eating today. We love your stories. Yes, that's a great idea. Yes, let's hear a story.
Okay. Today, I will tell you a story about a group of mice and a group of elephants and how they help each other out.
How can they help each other? Elephants are so big and Pat is so small. I am not a mouse. I am a rat. We are bigger.
Of course you are. Come, let me tell you a story. A long time ago, a group of mice lived together under a tree. One day, a group of elephants came that way in search of water. The huge elephants did not see the home of the mice and walked all over it. The mice were really sad since their house was destroyed and many of them had got hurt. The king of the mice decided to go and talk to the chief of the elephants and request him to take a different route when they went in search of water. The elephant chief agreed to this and took another route to the water. So the lives of the mice were saved. One day, a group of elephant hunters came and trapped the elephants in a huge net. The group of mice were passing through that way when they saw these elephants in trouble. They immediately had a plan to rescue them and return their favor. The Mouse King, with his entire group of mice, cut open the nets with their teeth. Soon, the elephants were set free and safe from the horrible elephant hunters. So, children, you should always help others in trouble, especially those who have helped you. You should always return a favor.
I love that story. Elephants are so big and the mice were so small, and yet they helped each other out. That is so cool.
Yes, mice are always very friendly and lovable, and so are rats. We all love Pat.
Hooties' bag of goodies, tales for everyone. So come on, all you children, let's go have some fun.
Look, Mommy! Look what I've got for all of us! Orange popsicles! I got them from the shop across the road.
Goldilocks, that's very sweet of you. But honey, didn't I ask all of you not to cross the road alone? And also, not to go as far as the popsicle shop all by yourself?
Yes, Mommy, you did. But it is so sunny outside. I thought these would help cool us off.
Well, now that you have got them, let's have them. Call your brothers. I'll also tell you a story. Once upon a time, a goat and her kid lived together. The kid was very, very naughty. One morning, the kid went skipping and hopping towards the jungle. The mother goat tried to stop her kid from going alone into the jungle. She said, "There are lots of beasts in the jungle. Do not go alone." The kid said,
Don't worry, Mommy. I won't go too far in.
The little frisky kid was so lost in his games that he did not see how deep into the jungle he had gone. Soon it turned dark and he wanted to go back to his mother. But the poor frightened kid could not find his way back. He was completely lost in the wood and he didn't know what to do. He cried for his mother and realized that he should have listened to what his mother had said. Then all of a sudden, he saw a wolf standing in front of him. The wolf said,
Aha! I shall feast on a delicious kid tonight.
The wolf jumped on the kid and caught him. He gobbled him up entirely. So, the moral of the story is, you should always listen to what your mother asks you to do. Goldilocks, did you understand my story, sweetheart?
Yes, I did. Sorry, Mommy. I promise this will never happen again.
I know you will not do something like this again, sweetheart.
Yum! I love this.
Thanks, Goldie, for getting it for us.
Yes, thank you, Goldie. I don't think there are any left for you, though. Kidding.
Hooties' bag of goodies, tales for everyone. So come on, all you children, let's go have some fun.
Mommy, look! Pat is playing with the naughty, mean cat that lives in the house next door. Please ask him not to. The cat will eat him up.
Calm down, Naughty. Pat! Come inside right away. I have something to tell you. Come, children. I was thinking of telling you a story now. Would you children like to eat some cake?
Yes!
Have I told you the story of a crow and a deer who were very good friends? Well, once upon a time, a deer and a crow were great friends. One day, the crow saw the deer with a jackal. Jackals are known to be cunning animals, so the crow warned his friend that the jackal could not be trusted. The deer obviously ignored the crow's warning and went with the jackal to a field where the deer got trapped. The jackal laughed at the deer and said,
Aha! Now I'm gonna call the farmer. Then he will kill you and I will get a share of your meat.
The deer was very hurt and frightened, and so he cried. The crow heard his friend's cries and came to help him. He asked the deer to pretend that he was dead. Soon, the farmer came as he heard the jackal's howls. He saw a deer lying dead in his trap. He opened the trap to check. As soon as he opened the trap, the deer ran away. The angry farmer hit the jackal and drove him away.
I should have listened to Naughty. I am so sorry, Naughty.
So the moral of the story is that kids, you should always stay away from such false friends.
And also listen to people who love you. I want another cake.
Greedy! Have you listened to my story carefully?
Yes.
Hooties' bag of goodies, tales for everyone. So come on, all you children, let's go have some fun.
Mom, please tell
dishes and then I have to cook dinner for all of you. Do you think you could help me, please?
But I am so tired. My finger hurts. But I am too small. And I am weak from hunger. Can I get a snack?
Absolutely not. You just ate your supper. How can you manage to feel so hungry all the time?
I wish I knew.
Come, sit around me. I'll tell all of you a very interesting story. Once upon a time, there lived a washerman. He washed people's clothes for money. He had a horse and a donkey. One day, the washerman had loaded his donkey with heavy bundles of clean clothes while the horse carried nothing. The load on the donkey was very heavy, so he requested the horse.
Brother, the load is killing me. Please, will you share some of it?
The horse said,
Why should I? We horses are meant for riding, and you donkeys are meant for carrying heavy loads.
The donkey kept walking for a long while. Eventually, the donkey fell down, exhausted by the heavy load. Then the washerman realized his mistake. He gave water to the donkey and transferred the entire load of clothes onto the horse's back. The horse thought to himself,
I should have listened to the donkey and accepted half of the load. Now I will have to carry the entire load to the market.
Wow, that was such a nice story.
Really? You liked it?
Actually, it made me forget about food.
So did you understand the moral of the story?
Yes, I did. And I know why you told us the story. Always be friendly to others and help them in their need, isn't it? I don't get it. Why did you tell us this story? Because we did not help her with her chores. I am really sorry. Next time, we all promise to help you.
Hooties bag of goodies, tales for everyone. So come on, all you children, let's go have some fun.
What is that?
I told Greedy that there is a cake inside the cupboard, and the moment he went in, I locked him.
Go let your brother out right now.
Okay, I was just making a fool of him. You think you are smarter than I am? Just you wait. I would never do that.
Come around, children. Let me tell you a story. Once a jackal entered the house of a laundryman and hid in a vat full of blue color, which the laundryman used to make white clothes even whiter. When the jackal came out of the vat, his entire body and face was colored blue. When the jackal came back to the forest, all the animals got frightened on seeing such a strange animal. The jackal said,
There is no need to be afraid. I'm a special creation of God. He has sent me as your king.
When the animals heard this, all the animals in the jungle accepted him as their king. One day, when the blue jackal was holding court, he heard a pack of jackals howling. Thrilled by the sound of his own family, he too began howling loudly like them. The animals understood that their king was really just a jackal. So they beat him hard for fooling them and drove him away from the forest. Now, who will tell me what the moral of the story is?
The moral of the story is, wait, Pat, I need some time to think.
Well, I really want Naughty to tell me this one.
The moral of the story is that we should not think that we are smarter than others. Sorry, Greedy.
Very good, Naughty. I hope you learned your lesson.
Hooties bag of goodies, tales for everyone. So come on, all you children, let's go have some fun.
But Mommy, I am really sad today. Naughty, Goldilocks, and Greedy can fly, but I can't.
Well, but you can run really fast and and move through tiny holes, but they can't.
But I really wish I was like them.
You are just different and special in your own way. Come, I'll tell you all a story. Once upon a time, a forest had straight and beautiful trees. But in this forest, there was one tree whose trunk was hunched and bent and very different from all the other trees around it. The branches of this tree were also twisted. The other trees joked and made fun of this tree, calling it hunchback. This made the tree very sad. Whenever it looked at the other trees, it sighed.
I wish I was like other beautiful trees. God has been so cruel to me.
One day, a woodcutter came to the forest. He saw the hunchback tree and grumbled.
This twisted tree is useless for me.
And then he cut down all the straight and smooth trees. The hunchback tree then realized that God had saved his life by making him a twisted tree. He was very thankful to God. So now you know that everyone is beautiful and unique in their own special way. So who will tell me the moral of this story?
Everything has its own advantages and disadvantages.
Very good, Goldilocks. So now you know, Pat, that everyone is beautiful and unique in their own special way.
Thank you, Mommy. I don't feel sad anymore. I feel quite happy.
Very good. You are a darling, Pat. Now off to sleep, all of you. It's very late. Good night, babies.
We all love you very much, Pat. Well, not all of us.
Hooties' bag of goodies, tales for everyone. So come on, all you children, let's go have some fun.
How was school today, children?
It was so much fun. Naughty got punished at school today. He was made to stand facing the wall for one whole class.
Oh my goodness! What happened, Naughty? What did you do?
Well, actually what happened was that, Mommy, I was talking in the class while the teacher was teaching us.
And?
And the teacher saw us talking and punished us. But it was not his fault, Mom. Those boys who Naughty was chatting with, they are very talkative. They always talk in class.
That reminds me of this story. Would you like to hear it?
Yes, please.
Once, a farmer was very sad because some mean crows would come and eat up his crops every day. He tried putting up scarecrows in the field, but they would tear the scarecrows apart. One day, the farmer laid a net trap in the field. He scattered grains over the net. The crows got caught. The trapped crows pleaded for mercy with the farmer, but the troubled farmer said,
I won't leave any of you alive.
Suddenly, the farmer heard a sad cry. He looked carefully at his net and found that a pigeon too had got trapped along with the crows. The farmer said to the pigeon,
What were you doing in the company of these evil crows? Now you too will die because you kept bad company.
And the poor pigeon was punished along with the naughty crows, though the pigeon was not at fault. It's true that bad normally always brings harm. So now you understand the moral of the story? You should not keep bad company. You also fall in trouble like them when you are around them.
Yes, Mommy. The teacher told me that too. She knows that I'm not as talkative or naughty as them.
Great! Now all of you finish off your lunch quickly and take a nap. You need to get up and finish your homework for tomorrow. Hurry up, children.
Hooties' bag of goodies, tales for everyone. So come on, all you children, let's go have some fun.
Will you children please sit quietly? Stop running around the room. You will break things.
No, Greedy cannot break things. He is so slow. I am not slow. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You can never catch me.
Stop it, Naughty and Greedy. Don't fight all the time. Come and sit around me. I'll tell you a story about a hare and a tortoise.
Yay! It's story time!
Long time ago, there lived a hare who was very proud of himself. Proud hare used to make fun of a tortoise.
You move so slowly.
He would say, when the tortoise could not bear the daily insults of the hare any longer, he challenged the tortoise to a race. The hare laughed merrily.
You must be joking. All right. Tomorrow morning, we'll race to the other side of the hill and see who reaches first.
The next day, early in the morning, both the hare and the tortoise started the race. The hare raced ahead speedily and decided to rest for a while once he saw that the tortoise was far behind. Meanwhile, the tortoise continued to move slowly and steadily. By the time the hare woke up, the tortoise had almost reached the finishing line. The hare ran as fast as he could, but the slow tortoise had won the race. The hare realized his mistake. So, children, the moral of the story is, slow and steady wins the race.
Ha 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 ha! Just like me! Well, I am the fastest! Come on, Naughty, let's race! You wish! Wanna race?
Absolutely not. This is not the time. You all better go to bed. All of you will have to wake up early for school.
All right, Mommy. I will beat you one day. We shall see.
Hooties' bag of goodies, tales for everyone. So come on, all you children, let's go have some fun.
Mommy, I am not talking to Greedy and Naughty anymore.
Why, honey? What happened?
Naughty and Greedy are now friends with those awful owls in school who used to bully them all the time. They still do, but since they are popular, Greedy and Naughty went and became friends with them and ignored me the entire day.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, Naughty and Greedy, sit down. I should tell you the story about what happened to a flock of sheep when they made friends with a pack of wolves.
Yay! Story time!
Okay. Once upon a time, a pack of wolves were eyeing a flock of sheep for a long time. But these sheep were guarded by some dogs. They sent a messenger to the sheep and asked them to get rid of the dogs who guarded them.
What's the use of keeping the dogs that are noisy and always barking? Think of a day when we build a friendship and stay peacefully. You will no longer need the dogs at your service when we become friends. This is our proposal. Think about it.
The sheep were stupid and gullible. They immediately got rid of the faithful dogs who had guarded them their whole lives. Their flock had no one to protect them now, and they were in great danger. The wolves did not waste a minute to pounce on them and kill them in no time at all. The sheep suffered because they had exchanged faithful friends for enemies. So the moral of the story is that you should never exchange your friends for enemies.
Aha! This is exactly what will happen to the both of you. You will get eaten up, huh? No, I hope not. I quite like Naughty and Greedy, even though they tease me all the time. And I am sure they have learned something from the story.
Hopefully. Well, have you?
Yes, Mom. We are really very sorry, Goals. We should not have left you all alone at school. Yes, Goals, we are sorry. We will never go and talk to those boys again. What if they also eat us up like the wolves? Eee!
Hooties' bag of goodies, tales for everyone. So come on, all you children, let's go have some fun.
Today we learned a new sentence at school. It was, a bush in hand is better than two hands in a bird. No, it was two birds in hand in a bush.
It's a bird in hand is better than two in a bush. And it is not a sentence, sweetie. These are called proverbs.
Ooh, so what does this proverb mean? It does not make any sense.
Okay, I'll tell you a story. It will help you understand better. There once lived a lion in a forest. One day, the lion saw a small rabbit playing under a tree nearby. The lion started following him, waiting for a chance to pounce upon the poor little rabbit. When the rabbit saw the lion, he ran for his life. But the lion sprang upon him, and the poor little rabbit was soon in his powerful paws. Before the lion could gobble up the rabbit, a deer came into the lion's view. The greedy lion let the rabbit go and ran after the deer. The relieved rabbit ran happily into the forest. The deer ran really fast as the lion chased him and soon disappeared into the forest. The lion lost the rabbit and did not manage to hunt the deer either. He cursed himself for letting go of the rabbit to run after the deer.
That is not bush or bird or hen or whatever that is. This is just some stupid lion.
Well, that is the moral of the story. You should not want more than you already have and be happy with whatever that you do have. Being greedy makes you lose rather than gain.
A bird in hand is better than two in the bush. A bird in hand is better than two in the bush. A bird in hand is better than two in the bush. Now I know. I have learned it well. Yay!
Excellent, Goldilocks. That's like a good girl.
Hooties' bag of goodies, tales for everyone. So come on, all you children, let's go have some fun.
Ow! Ow! Ow!
What happened?
There was some tasty cheese just lying on the wooden board, and I wanted to eat it, and just as I got to the cheese, something snapped on my leg. Ow! Mommy, I kept telling Pat that it's a trap, but he refused to listen. I just wanted to eat the cheese.
You poor thing. Don't worry, sweetheart. You will be fine. Let me tell you a story about the singing donkey.
What? A singing donkey? Donkeys can sing?
Of course they can. All animals can sing. Well, let me begin with the story. Once upon a time, there was a donkey that was old and weak. One night, the donkey met a jackal. They became friends and began to wander around together in search of food. One night, they went into a garden of cucumbers and ate as much as they could. This went on night after night. One night, the donkey told the jackal,
I feel like singing.
The jackal said,
Hey, please don't sing. The farmer who owns this place will definitely hear your loud and harsh voice, and he will come after us with a stick. Don't forget that we are thieves here.
But the donkey was in no mood to listen to his friend. The jackal, sensing danger, ran out of the garden. The farmer heard the braying donkey and came and beat him up nicely for stealing his cucumbers. So the moral of the story is that you should listen to what your friends say or you will fall into trouble.
Exactly! And that's why I always tell Pat to listen to me. I am your friend, Pat. You should listen to me. From now on, I promise to listen to you. You should listen to me too.
Yes, Greedy, Pat will listen to you only if you stop being so naughty and stop scaring him all the time. I am sure you do love him, don't you?
Of course I do. But I still love scaring him anyway.
Hooties' bag of goodies, tales for everyone. So come on, all you children, let's go have some fun. In his hands he's got the you and me sister. In his hands he's got the whole world in his hands.
Wow, that was nice.
I learned this new song at school today. Pat made us learn it too. I love the song. It makes me happy and cheerful.
That was very nice of you, Pat. Well, I also read a very interesting story today. Do you all want to listen to the story?
Of course we want to. And I'm sure it's got some moral.
Yes. I tell you stories with a moral because I want you children to learn something new every day.
I love your stories, Mom.
Thank you, honey. I am glad. Now let us begin with the story. Once a man with a goat, a bundle of grass, and a lion had to cross the river. He had to cross the river on a small boat which could only carry 2 of them at a time. The man was in a fix. He did not know what to do. If he took the lion first, the goat would eat up the grass in his absence. If he took the grass, the lion would eat up the goat. At last, he found the perfect solution. He first took the goat and left him on the other side of the river. Then he took the lion on his second round. He left the lion and brought the goat back. Leaving the goat on this side, he took the bundle of grass. He left the grass with the lion and returned to take the goat in the end. Thus, he crossed the river without losing anything at all.
Hey, this story does not have any moral at all. It's more like a riddle, but it's a really nice story.
Of course it has a moral. The moral is you need to think on your feet in tough situations to avoid loss.
Ooh, I didn't get that. You are becoming sillier day by day. Well, that's better for me. It will be easier for me to eat you up.
Hooties' bag of goodies, tales for everyone. So come on, all you children, let's go have some fun.
So children, how was school?
It was great. The teacher started with our flying lessons today. And naughty as he is, did not enjoy the lessons at all. He was wandering about throughout the lesson. But Mommy, flying is so boring. It is better to walk around than flying around.
But you do need to learn how to fly, Naughty. We are birds. That's what we do. We fly. And moreover, if you do not learn how to fly, someday you might be in trouble like a certain baby deer.
Ugh, I feel a story coming on.
Yes. One day, a doe brought her son to a wise old deer and told him, "Oh, learned brother, please teach my little son the tricks to save himself from danger." The teacher agreed. This little deer was very naughty and was interested only in playing with the other deer all day long. Soon he began missing classes and learned nothing about saving himself in times of trouble. One day, while playing, he stepped on a net and got trapped. But he had not learned how to save himself from such a situation, so he struggled and struggled in vain. When this horrible news reached his mother, she started crying. The wise teacher went up to her and said softly,
I feel sorry for what has happened to him. I tried my best to teach him self-defense, but he was not willing to learn. A teacher cannot do anything if the student is not willing to learn.
So the moral of the story is, God helps those who help themselves.
I understand. So I do need to learn how to fly, or else I might be in big trouble. But you are always in trouble, whether you know how to fly or not. Your middle name is Trouble. Hey, not as much as you. Should I tell Mom about the missing cake?
All right, we will talk about the cake later. For now, come with me. Let's go drink some milk with cookies.
Yes, of course. I've been starving. I haven't eaten anything for 1 whole hour.
Hooties' bag of goodies, tales for everyone. So come on, all you children, let's go have some fun.
What's up, Greedy? You must be sad. You are not eating properly, which is rare.
It's nothing, Mommy. I just had a very bad day today. We went to this new park today. While I was there, I saw a few parrots playing hide and seek. I wanted to play with them, so I went to them. But they just shooed me away. Why is it that they didn't like me, Mommy? Am I that bad? Am I ugly?
Aw, sweetie, absolutely not. You are a very handsome owl and a very good boy. It's just that...
What, Mommy? Just what?
It seems you need to know the story of the dog who went abroad. Then you should understand better. Once upon a time, there lived a smart dog called Spot in a town. One year, a severe famine struck the town and he could not find anything to eat. So he ran away to a faraway land. There was no shortage of food in this new land. He wandered into the backyard of a house where he ate to his heart's content. One day, some of the local dogs spotted him. At once they knew that he was a stranger in their land. They attacked him and growled at him, and he was hurt very badly. Finally, when he escaped from them, he thought to himself,
I better leave this place. There may be a famine in my own land, but at least the dogs there are my own kind.
So now do you understand? The moral of the story is that your own people never hate you for who you are.
I do. I should have stayed with Goldie, Naughty, and Pat. I shouldn't have gone there. No, Greedy, it's all right. You wanted to be friends with them. They didn't. So it is their loss. You shouldn't be the one feeling sad. Am I right, Mom?
Absolutely. Now don't feel bad about it. We all love you, and you know that.
I love you too, Greedy, even though I'm scared of you. I don't love you. Oh, yes, you do.
Hooties bag of goodies, tales for everyone. So come on, all you children, let's go have some fun.
What happened in school today was all your fault. I am so angry. You should have let me eat that piece of chocolate. At least that squirrel wouldn't have come and snatched it away from us. At least the squirrel wouldn't have come and snatched it away from us. You can let me eat it. But I got it first. Why should I give it to you? Of course you didn't. I was the one who found it first. No, you didn't. Yes, I did.
Will you boys stop fighting? This is what happens when you quarrel all the time. Don't you know the story of the foolish cats? Well, then let me tell you. Come, children. Once upon a time, a cat saw a piece of bread lying on the road. Another cat saw it too, and they both pounced upon it at the same time. Soon the cats started fighting. After some time, the first cat suggested that they could divide the bread into 2 pieces. Meanwhile, a monkey came there. The cats asked the monkey to divide the bread into 2 equal halves. The monkey was very cunning. He made 2 pieces of the bread and then he checked their size. Finding one bigger than the other, he ate a bit from the bigger piece. Then he noticed that the other piece was bigger and ate a bit from that. He carried on like this for some time, and soon he had eaten up both the pieces, leaving the cats with nothing at all. So I hope now you know what happens when you quarrel. Someone else gains.
Yes, Greedy and Naughty are like the foolish cats.
So no more quarreling, boys. Promise?
Promise, Mommy.
Good. Now hug each other.
Ew, no, nuh-uh.
Hooties bag of goodies, tales for everyone. So come on, all you children, let's go have some fun.
What's wrong with your sister? Why is she behaving so strangely all of a sudden?
I don't know, Mom. She has been behaving this way since morning. Ask Pat. He might know. Well, actually, there's this boy owl who plays with us in the park. And I think Goldilocks finds him very cute. I'm not too sure. Yesterday he gave her a chocolate, and since then she's been acting very strangely. She sighs all the time, and from time to time smiles to herself.
So this is what it is all about. Goldie, have you heard the story of the buck and the doe? Well, then I think you should really listen to the story. Once upon a time, there lived a lovely doe with soft reddish-brown fur and wide, bright eyes. One day, she was grazing in the forest when a young mountain buck saw her and fell in love with her. He started following the doe day and night. Once he followed the doe to the village, despite being warned of the possible dangers. But the love-struck buck didn't pay any heed. After walking a few steps, the doe sensed that a man was hiding ahead. Fearing that there could be a trap nearby, she let the buck go first. Unfortunately, there was a trap, and the hunter killed the buck. It was his blind love for the doe that killed him.
Oh no! That is so cruel of the doe. The buck must have been really cute. The doe shouldn't have done that. It was very mean of her.
Yes, but did you get the moral of the story? The moral of the story is that blind love gives a false feeling of happiness at first, but leads to sadness in the end.
But Mommy, Goldilocks is not blind. Or is she? Silly, this feeling is called blind love. Of course she's not blind. But the boy owl is very cute, Mom. He has such a cute smile. He smiled at me yesterday.
I am sure he is cute, sweetheart. But don't you think it's better if you get to know him as a friend before you encourage these feelings? Or else it's you who might get hurt at the end.
I think you are right. I am being a little silly. Goldilocks and cute owl sitting on a tree. Kissing. Just you wait.
Hooties' bag of goodies, tales for everyone. So come on, all you children, let's go have some fun.
Mommy, please tell us a story. I want to listen to a story. Please?
But you're already half asleep, Greedy. You better go off to sleep, sweetheart.
No, I want to hear a story. Please, please, don't say no.
All right, I'll tell you the story about two crows. One day, a hungry crow found an oyster on the beach. In order to eat the tasty meal inside, he needed to break open the oyster. He tried and tried, but the oyster didn't open. He then tried to use his beak to take out the meat, but failed to open the shell. He then hit the oyster with a stone, but it still remained tightly shut. Meanwhile, another cunning crow flew by and said,
My friend, the oyster, will not open the way you're trying. I advise you to take the oyster in your beak and fly high into the air, and then drop it on the rocks below. Only then will it break open.
The hungry crow really liked the idea and hence followed the suggestion. The crow flew up with the oyster and it broke open as soon as the crow dropped it from above. But the other cunning crow picked it up and ate the meat inside. By the time the first crow reached there, only pieces of broken shell were left for him. So the moral of the story is, do not trust people on their face value.
What is face value? Is it like the value of someone's face?
Well, it's the value as it appears, rather than the actual worth.
Oh, now I get it. That was so mean of the other crow. Look, Mommy, Greedy is already asleep. He must have gone up to sleep during the story. He is so silly.
Greedy, did you like the story of the crow and the oyster?
Oysters.
Hooties bag of goodies, tales for everyone. So come on, all you children, let's go have some fun.
Mom, Pat wants me to draw for him in the chart that he was supposed to make for school. But why should I? It's his work. I have so much of homework to do, Mom. So do Naughty and Goldilocks. That's why I asked him to help me out. Why should I help you? You never help me do anything.
Don't be like that, Greedy. Pat always helps you finish your homework, doesn't he? Then you should help him out too. Come, I'll tell you a story about two friends helping each other. One day, a thirsty bee came to a spring in search of water. However, to be able to drink water, it was necessary for the bee to climb onto a blade of grass to reach the spring. Unfortunately, while climbing the blade of grass, she fell into the swirling water. The bee struggled really hard to stay afloat. A dove was sitting on a nearby tree. Seeing the bee in trouble, the dove dropped a leaf near the struggling bee. The bee climbed on it. Soon after, the leaf carried her to safety onto the high ground. As the bee reached the ground, a hunter arrived there. He was about to shoot the dove when the bee noticed what the hunter was up to. She immediately rushed towards the hunter and stung him on his hand. The hunter cried in pain and dropped the gun onto the ground. This gave the dove enough time to fly to safety. So the moral of the story is that you should always help those who help you.
All right. I will help you, Pat. But you have to promise me you will share the next piece of cake with me. Promise? I promise. You and food. Hey, at least I don't need you up. Well, you really shouldn't. He is your brother. Let me think about it. Come on then. Let's go and finish the chart, or else we will be late for dinner. And I'm already so hungry.
Hooties bag of goodies, tales for everyone. So come on, all you children, let's go have some fun.
Mom, why are girls so mean?
Some may be mean, but not all girls are. Why? Did something happen?
There is a girl in my class who is really beautiful. So I asked her what would make me look cool. She asked me to wear a fish around my neck. But when I did, everybody, including her, laughed at me.
Let me tell you a story. Call your brothers.
Naughty, Greedy, come here. Mom is gonna tell us a story. So what is the story about, Mommy?
Have some patience, dear. Once upon a time, a big tree was home to a number of cranes in a forest. Unfortunately, a cobra also lived in the hollow of that tree. The cobra used to feed on the baby cranes. When the mother crane saw the cobra killing her babies, she began crying. Her sad cries attracted a crab, who asked her why she was crying. The crane told him everything and pleaded with him to show her some way to get rid of this heartless cobra. The crab thought to himself,
These cranes are our born enemies. I shall give her advice. That is misleading. Make a trail of pieces of meat from the mongoose's burrow to the crater of the tree. The mongoose will follow the trail to the cobra and will kill it.
The crane followed the advice. The mongoose came and killed not only the cobra, but also all the cranes on the tree.
I understood the story. I did. The moral of the story is you should never listen to the advice of others unless you know they are your friends and well-wishers.
Absolutely. So, dear Goldie, you should be very careful whom to take advice from.
Or else we land up with a stinky fish around our neck, isn't it?
That's true.
Hooties bag of goodies, tales for everyone. So come on, all you children, let's go have some fun.
I want more pudding, Mom, please.
No No, Greedy. You already had 2 helpings. No more pudding.
No, Mom. I want more. I want more. I want more. Stop being so greedy.
All right. I will tell you a story about a greedy dog. Then maybe you will know what happens when you keep wanting more and more. One fine day, a dog found a piece of bone while roaming around on the street. He picked it up and quickly looked around him. Finding no one there to claim the bone, he ran away with it. He then looked for a calm and quiet place to chew the bone. He arrived at a river and began crossing it, walking over the wooden bridge. As he was crossing the bridge, he happened to look into the river and saw his own image in the water. He thought his reflection was another dog with another big piece of bone in his mouth. He became greedy and wanted to snatch the other dog's bone as well. In order to challenge the other dog, he barked at the image. As soon as he opened his mouth to bark, the bone in his mouth fell into the river. He tried to get back the bone, but it went deep inside the river. And so, he lost even what he already had, thanks to his greed, trying to snatch away what didn't belong to him. So the moral of the story is,
Be happy with whatever you have. Being greedy will make you lose more. Isn't it right?
absolutely.
So you are telling me that I should stop being greedy or else I will lose whatever I already have? Wow, you are becoming smarter day by day. But how can I stop being greedy? I have to live up to my name.
Well, but it does not mean that you have to be greedy just because your name is Greedy.
You are right. But I still want some pudding. Can I have a teeny tiny bit?
Okay.
Hooties bag of goodies, tales for everyone. So come on, all you children, let's go have some fun.
Mom?
Yes, Pat? What's wrong?
I met my friend Spotty today on the way to school, but he refused to talk to me. He just ignored me. I will never talk to him ever again.
Honey, there must be a reason. Don't be so quick to judge him. Poor thing. Let me tell you a story.
Yay! Wait, I'll go and get naughty and greedy. Mommy is gonna tell us a story. Yay! Story time!
All right then. Once upon a time, a falcon and a hen were chatting with each other. The falcon said to the hen,
You are a very ungrateful bird.
"Why'd you say that?" The hen asked angrily. The falcon replied,
Your masters feed you wonderful grains, but you fly from one corner to another whenever they try to catch you. You are very ungrateful. I am a wild bird, but I always please those who are kind to me.
The hen asked quietly, "How would you feel if you saw a falcon being roasted over a fire? I have seen hundreds of hens being cooked on fire. If you were in my place, you wouldn't come near your masters either. And while I fly from corner to corner, you would fly from hill to hill." So, children, the moral of the story is, you should not judge others for their behavior.
Okay, now I get it. Maybe Spotty is sad because something horrible has happened. I will try to talk to him tomorrow.
Now what's wrong, Greedy? Didn't you like the story?
No, I just feel sad.
And why is that?
No reason. Can I have a cookie and candy?
Don't you try all these tricks with me, Greedy. You just had candy a few minutes back.
I thought if I pretend to be sad, you will give me a cookie and a candy.
Hooties bag of goodies, tales for everyone. So come on, all you children, let's go have some fun.
Oh, Mom, I am hurt. This is what happens when you think you're smarter than me, huh?
What happened, dear? How did you get hurt?
I was plucking a flower from the tree in the park to give Goldilocks. Then I slipped and fell off off the tree and hurt myself so badly. I feel so miserable.
My poor baby. I understand. Don't worry. I'll put some medicine on the cut. I thought you were not supposed to pick flowers from the trees in the park. You should not have done that. Anyway, listen to this story I'm going to tell you now, so that you learn a lesson from what happened with you today. Once upon a time, there lived a cruel hunter who used to catch rabbits and feast on their meat. One day, he caught a rabbit and started for his home, holding the rabbit by its ears. On his way home, the hunter met a saint. The saint asked the hunter to free the rabbit and get blessed for the good deed. The hunter not only refused, but decided to cut the throat of the rabbit right there in front of the saint. He took out a sharp knife from his bag, but when he tried to cut the rabbit's neck, the knife slipped from his hand and fell onto his foot, cutting him deeply. He instantly cried out in pain and released the rabbit. The hunter paid the price for his sins. Since his foot was very badly injured, he could not walk properly and became unfit to hunt ever again. So, Pat, do you understand that you are always punished for doing bad deeds? You shouldn't have picked those flowers. Flowers get hurt too, and so does the tree. Also, there is a sign which clearly says, "Do not pick flowers."
I am sorry, Mommy. I will never pick flowers again.
I am quite sure you won't.
If you hadn't got hurt today, I would have surely eaten you up. Stop it, Greedy. Pat is so hurt. I should have stopped him from plucking the flower. It is my mistake. It was very sweet, though. Thank you, Pat.
Come, let's have some cheese and crackers.
Hooties' bag of goodies, tales for everyone. So come on, all you children, let's go have some fun.
Mommy, Greedy is so silly. I tell him that he is growing a tail like Pat, and he believes it. And poor Greedy now goes round and round to see if he has actually grown one.
That is not being smart, Naughty. Call Greedy and Pat. I want to tell you a story about a foolish donkey who tried to prove that he was smart.
Greedy! Pat! Come out! Mommy is telling us a story.
Once there was a merchant who used to visit nearby towns to sell bags of salt. He used to load these heavy bags of salt on his donkey. One day, while on the way to another town, the donkey slipped into a pond. The merchant finally managed to pull him out. The donkey was suddenly very happy. His load had turned very light since almost all the salt had dissolved into the water. So from now on, the donkey started slipping in the pond on purpose every day. In time, the merchant understood what the donkey was doing, so he decided to teach the donkey a lesson. The next day, the merchant loaded his donkey with bags of cotton instead of salt. When the donkey fell into the pond, the cotton got wet and became very heavy. The donkey could not even get up because of the weight.
Ah, now you have learned your lesson and will never try to trick me again. Ha 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 ha!
Laughed the merchant and drove the monkey with his stick. So, Naughty, you do understand that you do not show your smartness by cheating someone.
What? You have been making fun of me all day, telling me that I've grown a tail like Pat? Yeah, kinda. I will never talk to you ever again in my whole life. Don't be mad at me, Greedy. Alright, I'm sorry. How about if I gave you my candy? Well, maybe then I can forgive you.
Hooties' bag of goodies, tales for everyone. So come on, all you children, let's go have some fun.
Who all wants to listen to a very interesting story?
Is it a story with a moral? Of course, silly. Mommy knows all full of stories with morals. She wants us to learn something all the time. But I feel very lazy today. I don't want to learn anything. Shush! Let her start with her story. Don't talk so much.
Greedy, if you don't want to learn something, you don't have to. It's really a nice story, so just enjoy it. Once upon a time, 3 fish who were friends lived in a pond. One day, some fishermen passing by the pond wondered,
This pond seems to be full of fish. Let us come down tomorrow and catch some of them.
Hearing them, the wisest one of the 3 fish called a meeting and said, "We must move out of this pond tonight." The second fish also agreed. The third fish, however, laughed out loud and said,
Why should we leave this pond, the ancient home of our forefathers? We cannot escape death even if we go somewhere else.
Unable to convince him, the other 2 fish left the pond. The next day, the fisherman came back and took a big catch of fish in the pond. The third fish, too, was caught by them.
I think I know the moral of the story. You smarty pants. You think you know everything. One day I will eat you up. Then you shall see.
Stop it, Greedy. Don't scare him all the time. So the moral of the story is, it's better to be safe than sorry.
So you mean to say that Pat is safe just because he is sitting on your lap? Haha, he wishes. You can't catch me even if you try.
Hooties' bag of goodies, tales for everyone. So come on, all you children, let's go have some fun.
Mommy, you forgot to tell us a story today. That is not fair. You have to tell us a story. Come on, tell us a story now. Now!
All right. Calm down, Greedy. I will. Did I tell you the story about the ungrateful lion?
Don't think so. No, Mom, you haven't. I am sure.
So let me tell you that story today. And let's see if you understand the moral of the story. A lion was once caught in a cage-like trap. He tried all he could to escape, but nothing helped. Finally, he saw a man passing by and asked him for help, promising that he would not eat him. Trusting the lion, the man opened the cage. The lion came out of the cage, but forgot all about his promise. He now wanted to eat the man. The man was really worried and didn't know what to do. A jackal, who had seen the whole thing, decided to help the man. He went up to the lion and said,
Let me be the judge of whether you can eat the man or not.
The lion, eager to eat up the man, agreed. Now, the jackal was quite clever. He asked the lion and the man to show him what had actually happened. The lion entered the cage to show how it all started. As soon as he did that, the man quickly shut the door and locked it. The man and the jackal ran away, teaching the ungrateful lion a lesson.
That was so rude of the lion. How could he do that? The man helped him come out of the cage. Selfish giant... lion.
Yes, so Greedy, have you understood the moral of the story?
Of course I did. The moral of the story is that we should always be thankful to the person who helps us.
Yes, if we are not grateful to those who help us, danger may come upon us.
Yes, I know.
All right, kids. Now that I have told you a story, it's time for you to get back to your books.
Yes, come on, let's go. Mommy, you two finish your work, then you can tell us another story.
Hooties' bag of goodies, tales for everyone. So come on, all you children, let's go have some fun.
Mom, what does arrogant mean?
Well, honey, arrogant means a person who is too proud of himself and thinks that he is better than everyone else. But why do you ask?
Today in school, this boy was behaving very badly with the teacher, and the teacher told him, "You are an arrogant boy."
Oh, okay. Arrogance is a very bad thing. One should never be arrogant. Come on, call your brothers and sister. I'll tell you all the story about a few very arrogant crows and how they were punished.
Goldilocks, greedy, naughty, come here quick! It's story time!
Once a poor little bird lost her way to her nest. Soon it started getting dark, so she stopped over on a tree. There were many crows already perched on this tree. They were all very arrogant and did not like newcomers. One of them shouted,
Get off our tree!
The little bird pleaded,
It might rain. Please let me stay for a while.
but the crows wouldn't listen. Finally, the bird flew to another tree, where she found a nice hole in the tree to rest in comfortably. Later, it rained heavily, with hailstones falling. Many of the crows on the first tree were hurt, and some of them even died. When the weather calmed down, the bird came out and decided to fly homewards. One of the crows from the other tree asked the bird,
How come you're not hurt?
God helps humble creatures and lets arrogant ones like you suffer.
The bird replied,
Ah, poor little birdie. She must have been so scared. I hate those crows. They were so mean to her.
Yes, and that is why they were punished for their selfishness.
Now I get it. The moral of the story is God punishes those who are arrogant. That's why the boy at school today was also punished by the teacher.
Exactly. Now come on, finish your homework, all of you, quickly.
All right, Mommy.
Hooties' bag of goodies, tales for everyone.